Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a really fascinating journey, I think, into the world of tech choices. Specifically, that constant battle for pocket space between, well, two smartphone giants.
Right.
We're going to dive into a very personal review, a comparison from someone who spent weeks, living with both the Google Pixel 9 and the iPhone 16 Pro Max.
And what they found,
Yeah.
well, it might just shift how you think about tech loyalty, right?
Exactly.
What's really insightful here, I think, is that we're not just looking at a spec sheet. No benchmark comparisons today.
No, none of that.
This is about a genuine human experience, a real-world test from someone who's been using iPhones for a long, long time.
Yeah.
So this deep dive gives us this unique perspective. It kind of challenges that whole idea of brand loyalty. And it really shows how technology, ideally, should enhance our lives, not, lock us into just one brand.
Exactly. It's just so easy to get comfortable, maybe even a bit stuck in our tech zones.
Oh, definitely. The ecosystem effect.
Right. But our source material today, it sort of pulls back the curtain on what it's actually like to step outside that zone. Not just for a quick look, but for weeks.
A proper trial.
Yeah. So our mission for this deep dive, we want to pull out those key insights, those nuggets of knowledge that show why one device, the Pixel 9, felt so fun and refreshing.
Especially to someone so deep in the Apple world.
Right. And maybe more importantly, what that might mean for how you approach your next big tech decision might make you question your own habits a little.
Okay.
So let's set the stage. Our source material comes from someone who, well, they openly admit they're a longtime iPhone user, their whole digital life, pretty much Apple-centric.
Right. But they weren't totally new to Google phones. They mentioned having a short fling?
Yeah, a short fling with the Pixel 8a last year, the Mudget one.
Okay, so they had a little taste.
Exactly. It gave them a taste, but clearly wasn't enough to lure them away from their main iPhone back then.
And this context is really crucial. It sets a baseline. This person knows iPhones inside out. Deep familiarity, maybe even, commitment.
Yeah, definitely committed.
They weren't just casually browsing tech sites. They knew the Pixel interface a bit from that 8A, but they were still firmly in the Apple camp. So that initial fling, it planted a seed maybe, but didn't change things. But then deciding this year to give the flagship Pixel 9 a proper shot, that feels very intentional. Like a real effort to explore beyond that comfort zone.
Yeah.
Maybe some curiosity was bubbling up about what else is out there.
And what a shot it turned out to be. Our reviewer shares this pretty surprising confession. After weeks using both phones side by side, swapping back and forth constantly, they found themselves actually saying, I kind of love this Pixel.
Wow, from a longtime iPhone user.
Yeah. Think about that. That wasn't the plan at all.
No.
They initially thought, okay, the Pixel will be the secondary device, for some messages, calls, maybe an occasional photo here and there.
Just dipping a toe in, right?
Yeah, exactly. But what happened next was genuinely unexpected. It led to a real shift in their daily habits, how they reached for their phone.
And this brings up a really important question, I think, for anyone interested in tech. What actually causes a loyal user of one platform to start instinctively reaching for another?
Yeah, what's the trigger?
Because it's rarely that one huge, flashy feature they announce at the keynote, right?
Usually not, no.
It seems like it's more often a combination, like a buildup of smaller, maybe more subtle things, those personal interactions that just click on a daily basis. And slowly, sometimes without you even noticing it first, your preference starts to shift. It really suggests that usability, maybe even enjoyment, goes way beyond just the specs.
Okay, so let's try and unpack that a bit more. What exactly made them start leaning towards the Pixel?
Right.
Well, our reviewer points to this fundamental feeling. They said Pixel phones are just fun to use.
Fun. That's an interesting word choice for a phone.
Isn't it? And they also said they feel different from iPhones. Now, they were quick to clarify this different isn't necessarily better, not necessarily worse, but just that distinct difference after being so used to the Apple way for so long.
The predictability, maybe.
Yeah, perhaps. That difference felt genuinely refreshing. Like, trying a new type of cuisine you didn't realize you'd enjoy so much.
That makes sense. And what's really fascinating there is the focus on the subjective thing, the almost emotional aspect of fun.
Yeah.
The source really highlights it's the small things, these little features that just make sense, that really add up day to day.
Right. Not the big headline grabbers.
Exactly. Not always those massive features from the ads, but it's the sum of these thoughtful little design choices. maybe often AI-driven on the Pixel, that make a real difference in just using the phone and, crucially, enjoying it.
Can you give an example, like what sort of features?
Well, think about things like Google's call screen, where it answers unknown numbers for you.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Or Hold for Me, where the assistant literally waits on hold so you don't have to listen to that awful music.
Right. Saves you that hassle.
Exactly. These might seem minor, but they subtly chip away at those little daily annoyances. They turn irritating tasks into something seamless, maybe even, dare I say, delightful.
Yeah, maybe. It frees up your brain space a bit.
It does, those quality of life things.
Yeah.
Like a little digital helper just anticipating what you need.
And it wasn't only the phone itself that contributed to this feeling.
Okay.
Our reviewer also got the Pixel Buds Pro 2, called them a perfect companion.
Ah, the ecosystem play.
Exactly. They said they connect instantly, sound is solid, and just using them with the Pixel feels natural.
Right, mirroring that Apple harmony with AirPods and iPhone.
Totally. It shows Google's really building out its own cohesive system where things just work together smoothly.
Which reinforces that feeling of ease and, well, fun.
Yeah. The reviewer mentioned how easy it was switching audio between devices, how the adaptive sound worked well. It all just felt integrated.
Okay.
Here's where it gets really interesting for a lot of people listening, I think. Especially if photos are your thing.
Ah, the camera. Always a big one.
The camera, our reviewer states it pretty bluntly, Google has been king for years in this area.
Bold claim.
Very bold. And they report the Pixel 9 carries on that tradition, no question. This is coming from someone used to a top-tier iPhone camera, remember?
Yeah, that context is key. And look, this is consistently a major strength for Pixel, right? It's a huge draw.
Seems like it.
The source praised the Pixel 9's results as fantastic. They specifically called out the color science, the sharpness, and the consistency.
Can you elaborate maybe on that color science?
Sure. Google often aims for really natural, true-to-life colors. It avoids that sort of oversaturated look you sometimes see.
Okay. More realistic.
Yeah, which a lot of people prefer for authenticity. And the real magic, the secret sauce, is their computational photography. It's not just the lens or sensor.
It's the software.
It's the incredibly powerful AI processing that happens after you hit the shutter. Think about features like Magic Editor.
Oh yeah, where you can move things around?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Move or resize objects easily. Or Photo Unblur, which can sometimes rescue a slightly blurry shot you thought was lost.
Those sound really useful.
They are. And they're not just gimmicks. They directly feed into that fun and refreshing vibe the reviewer felt. They let you capture and tweak memories in ways iOS doesn't quite match for ease of use yet.
Right.
This AI approach often means that even in tricky lighting, like low light or scenes with bright spots and shadows, the Pixel just consistently nails a balanced, sharp photo. It's incredibly reliable.
And here's the detail that really speaks volumes, I think, about the real-world usability.
Go on.
Our reviewer actually found themselves pulling out the Pixel over the iPhone when I wanted a quick, reliable shot.
Wow. Okay, that is telling.
Isn't it? Someone used to the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is known for having a great camera,
Absolutely.
was habitually reaching for the Pixel for those spontaneous moments. Those times you just need to capture something quickly without thinking.
So it's not about setting up a professional shoot. It's about everyday confidence.
Exactly. That simple trust that the Pixel will get a great shot almost every time without fuss. That says a lot about its practical value.
Definitely speaks to utility and that instant gratification.
Now look, we have to be fair. It's not all sunshine and roses when you switch platforms like this.
No, rarely is.
Our reviewer is very open about it. They acknowledge that switching between iOS and Android isn't always easy.
Right, there's always a transition period. You
Yeah.
need to set expectations there.
Totally.
And this is a crucial point. It grounds the whole experience in reality. The source describes iOS, as many would, as straightforward, polished, and consistent.
Yeah, that's the common perception.
Qualities people really value, especially in premium devices. It's curated by Apple, very seamless, maybe a little rigid for some. Android, in contrast, offers more freedom. But that freedom, especially at first, can feel a little overwhelming or less intuitive.
Okay.
Our reviewer mentioned moments of getting lost in settings, trying to find where a specific customization lived, or how to manage notifications differently than on iOS.
I can imagine that, like learning a new layout.
Exactly. Things like choosing different home screen launchers, the deep widget customization, changing default apps. It's powerful, but it can definitely have a steeper learning curve than Apple's more locked down approach.
So yeah, if you're coming straight from years using iPhones, there's definitely a learning curve involved.
For sure.
You might spend a bit more time poking around in menus initially, but, and this is the key takeaway here, I think.
Okay.
The reviewer says, once you settle in, the experience is solid and rewarding.
So it's worth pushing through that initial friction.
It implies that, yes, that initial feeling of being a bit lost is worth overcoming for the unique benefits you get on the other side.
Right.
The reviewer found that putting in that little bit of effort to learn Android's ways ultimately paid off. It led to a more personalized and ultimately more fun daily interaction with their phone.
Interesting. So the reward outweighed the initial challenge.
Seems so.
Yeah.
So what does all this really mean? Beyond just Pixel 9 versus iPhone 16 Pro Max, there's a bigger point here.
Yeah, a broader lesson about tech choices, maybe.
Exactly. A lesson for all of us.
And it raises that important question again, doesn't it? How often do we get caught up in those, fan wars?
Oh, all the time online.
Or just feel that subtle pressure from brand loyalty, whether it's phones or cars or even coffee brands.
Yeah, tribalism exists everywhere.
And the source directly challenges that whole mindset.
Yeah.
It says you shouldn't just buy a phone because it's the popular choice or because everyone in your circle is using it.
Peer pressure.
Right. And this reviewer's journey from loyal iPhone user to someone really embracing the Pixel, it perfectly illustrates why that's maybe not the best approach.
Yeah.
It shows that sticking with the familiar, just because it's familiar, might mean you miss out on something genuinely better for you.
You might miss innovations or experiences that could actually serve you better just because you're following the crowd or habit.
Exactly. Instead, the reviewer argues you should buy a phone that works for you.
And that definition of works for you is super personal, right? It means actually taking the time to research, to think about what features really matter in your daily life.
Is it the camera?
Maybe it's that best-in-class camera that just works, like the Pixel in this case. Or maybe it's incredible battery life because you're always on the go.
Or maybe it's the ecosystem, how it works with your laptop or tablet.
Could be. Or maybe, just maybe, like our reviewer found, you actually prioritize a phone that's just plain fun to use and feels fresh.
Something that brings a little spark to your everyday tech interaction.
Exactly. They realized fun wasn't just superficial. It was a big part of their overall satisfaction with the device.
And if we connect that to the bigger picture, the main message from this deep dive seems crystal clear.
Which is?
Your tech choices should really be guided by your individual needs, your preferences, not the logo on the back.
Right. Forget the brand wars.
Yeah. The reviewer ended up appreciating the different strengths of each phone. They still saw the value in the iPhone's seamless ecosystem and that polished user experience.
The reliability, the integration.
Exactly. Things like messaging, backups, it's all very smooth.
Yeah.
But they also found this deep appreciation for the Pixels. What do they call it? Playful, feature-packed side.
Yeah, the innovation, the AI stuff.
Right. Its willingness to try new things with AI, those little thoughtful features that enhance daily use and bring that sense of discovery.
So it's not about one being objectively better.
Not at all. It's about recognizing different design philosophies and understanding how they cater to different people's needs and desires.
And the beautiful conclusion to all this,
Yeah.
our reviewer is now enjoying having the best of both worlds.
Keeping both.
Apparently. And they really emphasize you don't have to pick a side.
That's interesting.
You can appreciate and enjoy what Apple does really well, and at the same time, you can love what Google brings to the table. Doesn't have to be either.
Right. It's a whole landscape of options.
Exactly. The ultimate takeaway seems to be that technology should make your life better, not lock you into one lane.
It shouldn't limit you or force you into some brand box.
Right. It should empower you, make things convenient, and yeah, maybe even bring a little unexpected fun into your day.
A really refreshing perspective, actually.
Isn't it? What a liberating way to look at it. Our deep dive into this personal comparison. Pixel 9, iPhone 16 Pro Max. It really underscores that technology isn't or shouldn't be about blind allegiance. It's fundamentally about enhancement, finding what truly makes your day-to-day better. It's a powerful reminder to prioritize what works for you.
Even if that means stepping off the beaten path a bit.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And this user's experience, it just perfectly illustrates that sometimes stepping outside those comfort zones,
Yeah.
even for something as everyday as your phone, can reveal unexpected delights.
New features, better solutions.
Things you never knew you were missing. And now they're happily using both, appreciating the distinct strengths each one offers. It really shows that innovation thrives when you let yourself explore.
So for you, our listener, maybe we can leave you with this thought to chew on. In what other areas of your life might you be sticking with a choice just out of habit? Or convenience? Or maybe loyalty?
Yeah, where might there be a fun, refreshing, or simply better alternative waiting if you just looked?
And perhaps is there even a way to get the best of both worlds in some situations instead of feeling like you always have to pick just one side? Something to think about.